WWE 2K25 has delivered us some pretty cool My Rise content, but we did get some sneak peeks at the creation suite and people are upset. Now, there are some people that are happy, there are some people that are upset, but this one is for the mixed opinion crowd. Now, there's a lot of stuff in there, lots of details that we've seen that got some people panicking a little bit, right? We got the My Rise content, the creation suite was in there, and we saw that there was some stuff locked behind the island. And now that mode, right, has created some controversy, just a polarizing opinion. It's very divided. Lots of people think otherwise. People just have made up their decisions and made up their minds. They're not going to play the island, but there's some people that have made up their minds and they will be playing the island. Now, with that being said, in the creation suite, in the video, you see that there is a lock with kind of an island logo, and people are really upset about this. Now, there are some added wigs, hairstyles, whatever you guys call them, in the island that are locked behind there, but on the contrary, it looks like 2K did take care of the creation suite people by giving them a lot more hairstyles. We even see hairstyles of actual WWE wrestlers in there that made the creation suite. You know, I'm not sitting here telling y'all this to give 2K a pass. What I'm saying is that it seems like the island is going to get some new stuff throughout the year, but the people that just want to create, you guys still did get an update. Now, with all that being said, I can see why people are upset because they feel like they may add some of the cooler hairstyles and just newer hairstyles onto the island and push that in there and kind of force you to play the mode, which obviously that's the point of all of this. They want you to play the mode and unlock things that way. But we do know that people are taking this pretty offensive because this stuff can be obviously paywalled. You know, you can still grind for it, but if you're trying to get it fast, it can be paywalled, and I think that's why people feel the way that they do. Now, people took it as half the hairstyles in there that we've seen were all locked behind the island, and some people said, nah. One of the developers of the WWE games did quote it and said, half are locked behind the island, question mark, you might want to recount. Now, some people took that as a smart answer. Some people, you know, saw it and were like, all right, you know, my apologies. But again, it comes down to the point that obviously, man, the mode that's going to have microtransactions, that's what's gonna get, you know, some of the newer stuff that, you know, are behind the paywall. That's something that we're gonna have to get used to unless this mode completely flops, and yet we are back, you know, where we were in 2K24 with no island. Now, personally, I don't think that's going to happen, right? Because the community on X, that's just a community. That's a small part of the community. That's not everybody who purchases the games, right? Everybody can feel the way they do. There are even some people on X who enjoy the fact that we're going to have an island. Now, again, there's a lot of divide within this mode. There's a lot of just mixed reactions. But to my point, this mode isn't going to go away anytime soon, right? And this is something that's going to continue happening. Now, we did see some branded stuff. We've seen some Nikes. Unfortunately, my boy Jey Uso in his entrance, he don't got the Air Force Ones, but you can go on ahead and grab the Air Force Ones in the island. So we will see, you know, what happens with that eventually. But again, it comes down to the point, man, where I feel like we need to, you know, see what's going on before we go on ahead and make some judgments. But I'm not here to tell you guys how to feel. You guys can feel however you want to feel. Just me personally, I don't want to sit here and make judgment on the island or microtransactions before we see it. Now, obviously, there are going to be microtransactions, you know what I'm saying? But it's on you if you want to go on ahead and fall for, you know, whatever they put out there. Now, with the creation suite, right, this is something that has people just worried for future iterations of the game, and they feel like it already has started because things are now locked behind the island. Now, we don't know if we're going to be able to upload those creation parts into community creations. If I had to guess, I don't think so, but some people have already thrown out the idea of anything that's being added to the island, why not allow us to just use it for offline purposes, which would be cool, but I just don't see 2K doing something like that. I just don't, and I know people are super upset about that, but again, man, it just comes down to the fact that at the end of the day, they want you to play this mode and you don't have to. But I get why people feel like they have to if they're going to be adding hairstyles like these. Now, I'm not really too big on the creation suite or the hairstyles. Honestly, I really don't care about that part of the game as much. And I know that it may sound wrong to some of you guys, but honestly, that everybody has different views and aspects on why they like to play a game. And that's just not one of my things that I enjoy playing a game for. I enjoy playing a game for, you know, gameplay, universe mode, you know, online gameplay. And I feel like they're kind of catering more to that side this year as opposed to people that use the creation suite. Because some people genuinely get on this game simply just to create and nothing more. And again, I see why people feel the way that they do, because we've all felt slighted. I mean, universe mode has been slighted for a very long time now. Universe mode doesn't feel like a complete mode, and it hasn't for a while. So I get how you guys feel, and I understand how you guys feel. So this is one of those things where I feel like there is maybe a minority compared to the amount of people that play this game, because I've seen a lot of people say that they don't care, and some people really genuinely care. And honestly, community creations and the creation suite is what keeps our game going for a long time throughout the year. There's times where the game feels like it's dying, but these car creators continue to build upon the game and give us creations that, you know, we didn't think we could have, and look the way they do. So again, props to them, because without them, we wouldn't be able to create our AEW universes, our, you know, TNA universes. We wouldn't be able to have invasions. I mean, they do a fantastic job, and I understand their frustrations, man, because again, they keep this game alive, especially when it looks like it's about to die. Nonetheless, though, I can see why fans are upset. I can see why fans may not be worried and want to play the island. I can see all types of sides, man. I think that's part of the game of being a content creator. You get to understand people's views and why they feel a way about something. It's completely understandable. I know people that are happy about the stuff that was added. I know people that are upset about the stuff that was added. At the end of the day, it's how you feel, you know, and it seems like PC, again, is suffering a little bit more because there is no island on there. Is it going to be on there when they fully go to current gen? I don't know, but over the years, we've seen that there's not much hardware limitation when it comes down to the graphics and the way the game feels and looks when you play on Xbox One compared to Xbox Series X. There's just not a huge difference there. We'll see if there is a big difference there this year, but again, maybe they just didn't want these, you know, creation suite parts on community creations, because people have found a way to do that over on the PC side, and then everybody gets to enjoy, you know, the creation parts for free. And I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's wrong. But again, all we know is that 2K is a business at the end of the day. And I can see why they're doing certain things, but I also understand the fans' point of view and why they feel the way they do about the island and the creation suite. And they're scared that the creation suite may suffer as a result of the island in WWE games. And that's just to see in the future iterations. We'll see what happens this year. But again, we'll have to see. That's all I can really say about that. I don't want to make a judgment without having played the game myself. So that's really what it comes down to. But soon we'll be able to see WWE 2K25 gameplay. And we're just a couple days from being able to actually play this game ourselves. So I am super happy about that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned. We are giving away 2 copies of WWE 2K25. Make sure to click that video up there to go on ahead and tune in to my other content. I'm going to catch y'all. Peace.